Have you ever wondered how a robot moves? Whether it is robot car, conveyor belt or cooling fan, they all use motors. In today's video, you will learn how to control DC motors using an Arduino. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to start and stop motor with just a few lines of codes. Welcome back to Nexus Olive Tech channel. In our previous lesson, we learned how to control LEDs and use push buttons. Today we are taking the next step by controlling real actuators. It is DC motor. A DC motor converts electrical energy into rotational motion. In simple terms, when electricity flows through the motor, its shaft spins. You may think we can simply connect the motor directly to the Arduino pin, but it's not a good idea. A motor requires more power than an Arduino pin can safely provide. The Arduino is great at sending commands, but it is not designed to power devices like motor directly. So, how can we control the motor safely? That is where a transistor comes in. A transistor is like an electronic switch that helps Arduino control devices that need more power, such as DC motor. The Arduino can send commands, but it can't provide enough power to turn motor directly. When the Arduino sends a small signal to the transistor turns on and allows a power from an external source to flow to the motor, making it spin. When Arduino removes a signal, the transistor turns off and the motor stops. For this project, we need Arduino Uno, a DC motor, an NPN transistor, a 1 kilo ohm resistor, breadboard, connecting wires, and a power supply in Tinkercad. Now let's build the circuit. Connect Arduino pin 9 to transistor through a 1 kilo ohm resistor. Connect emitter of transistor to a ground. Connect the collector to one terminal of the motor. Connect other terminal of the motor to the positive power supply. Finally, make sure the Arduino ground and the power supply ground are connected together. Once everything is connected, we are ready to write the code. First, we create the variable called motor pin and assign it to pin 9. Inside the setup function, we configure pin 9 as an output. In the loop function, we set pin 9 high. This sends a signal to the transistor, which turns on the motor. The motor runs for 3 seconds. Next, we set the pin 9 low. The transistor turns off and the motor stops for 3 seconds. This process repeats continuously. If you notice carefully, this code is actually very similar to our LED blink project. In LED blink, digital write high we use to turn the LED on, digital write low to turn it off. Here, instead of an LED, we are controlling the motor, so the concept is exactly the same. High means on, low means off. The only difference is that now we are using the transistor to handle more power. If you understand LED blink, you already understand the motor control. You are just upgrading from light to motion. Notice that the motor spins for 3 seconds and stops for 3 seconds. This is the same basic principle used in many automated systems and robots. I will also upload the full code and cues for this lesson on my Telegram channel, Nexus Olive Tech, so you can practice and test your understanding. That is for today's lesson. Try changing the time value and see how the motor behaves. As a challenge, you can make the motor run for 5 seconds and stop for 1 second. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with others who are learning Arduino. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next lesson.